Aduh. Itu iya ini kali. Oh iya, performance. Ah, ah, performance. Hmm, udah ucapan sesuai. Oke. Oke. Ya. Kita mau dari kita mau misalnya story.
颯のごとく
Kita belajar bahasa Inggris juga guys. Jadi hari ini kita akan menggunakan voice English. Some languages need to only be applied. Sudah seminggu kemarin dulu sejak non kesadaran online pakai sama juga aku just really someone who someone in the Indonesian vision is part of the picture of it. It is really cool. I don't know what it now. That is how people get on the it is common sense. If common sense was common, alive, then the mission Jason could simply be distant tomorrow. We shall leave this to in time judgment. Like I taught you, huh? It's like I taught you, and waiting it so many before the beginning. I still have to handle the expensive task successfully in the morning. But it's a reality. The future I built before is especially in charge of something. It's what to judge me. No, Maria can take care of this, and each will enjoy the weekend. I'm going to go take care of the other things. Do it. Never live in wishing I do it. When life looks tough, I'm not a member of the structure or mission business. I'm currently busy with official business. Should you have any inquiries, please ask Miss Cornelia. She's part of the will provide you with a chair and cup of tea. Please have a seat, and I will come with you after I am done. It's it's actually a simple matter, but dealing with it is quite complicated. We always ever in has received a notice instructing us to draft. instructing us to track the letter to the other office. The content was something like stop are forbidden from bringing cameras into immersion vision and taking step forward to prove in order to avoid leakage of secret information. Does telling me about the letter's contents constitute leaking secrets? Certainly not. Anyone really had used a photo of the document and it resulted in a leak, then this would certainly be a confidential matter. However, maybe someone will use the camera to take a picture of documents in order to leak them. It's not secret. Well, yes, a possibility that everyone is aware of. Think about it this way. If you are guarding a secret, then the secret you are guarding certainly cannot be revealed. But the fact that you are guarding a secret itself may not be considered a proof of it. Even the fact that you are guarding a secret is considered a secret, then you will fall into an endless cycle of keeping the secret of keeping secret. Huh? You're this endless cycle. Then who is responsible for it? That is where this matter becomes complicated. There is no obvious the entire nation gives on the charged with magic camera. The Samin says that I should ask Mr. Dissonant. Their work, their work, their work, their work is related to confidential matters and thus they should be the first to be made aware. But Mr. Rigolet says that I should ask people as he is in charge of all matters related to the staff of the mentioned vision. To make new rule that all staff of mentioned vision cannot break cameras, we have to let them know. Or get complicated. There are so many different requests for different things. That's why each of us carries big notepad, though even with notes, I'm still not sure who I should look for now. This is a matter involved personal. Let's look for this one. That is exactly what I thought, but he has quite the explosive temper. Um, and though he is quite reliable, his short tongue is sure to leave a mark. But he must be informed of this matter as soon as possible. Well, I guess you'll get to see for yourself at least this week. Then notice.
Wait, did I hear that right? Monsieur Nervalet, are you sure you'd like to take over the case yourself?
That's right.
It's fine.
No, but why? Technically speaking, cases like this are better left to the guards.
Guard.
Sabine! Hey there! What are you two talking about?
Oh,
Ugh, Traveler in Paimon, please help me talk our Chief Justice out of this. He wants to investigate a case on his own.
on his
This
own.
is completely unprecedented. How can we have the
Completely.
Udex acting like a private detective?
Private detective. British. A British.
Thank you for your concern, but I currently have no such plans.
Such.
Oh, apologies. I took your question in earnest, but it now occurs to me that it was most likely in jest.
So, what is it exactly? It sure sounds serious if it's something you've got to investigate personally.
That investigate personally.
A Melusine named Kiara received a threat letter.
And then?
That is all the information I have acquired at this stage.
Huh?
I have no idea why you're so hung up over this.
So hung up of it.
I've checked the schedule in advance, and it seems like there aren't any trials today. So, if you insist, I have no objections.
Thank you for understanding.
Then I shall return to my post for now. Should anyone visit while you are away, I will be sure to make a record of it. I sincerely hope that you will return soon.
Judging from Sadine's reaction, it must be pretty rare for you to investigate stuff personally. What's so special about this case?
I cannot tell you just yet, but it reminded me of certain past events. There could be complicated conflicts of interest behind all this, so I must eliminate all risks in advance.
Come on, stop being so secretive! We still have no idea what's going on!
It is not my intention to keep you in the dark, but I need some time to revisit those memories and collect my thoughts. Long story short, a little more than 400 years ago, I became the Iudex of Fontaine and initiated a series of institutional reforms. There were few people I could trust, but I had two subordinates who were exceptionally trustworthy and capable. Carol, a Melusine, and Vautrin, leader of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
They must have been amazing people to receive such high praise from you!
Indeed. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to protect them. The reforms damaged the interests of some, and the more conservative faction took advantage of Carol's identity to instigate political unrest. Ultimately, they wanted me to yield more of my power. The incident resulted in Carol taking her own life, and Vautrin being exiled. From then on, I've been especially careful when dealing with cases related to Melusines. All Melusines used to live a secluded life away from human society. I granted their wishes when some of them, including Carol, asked me to bring them to the court of Fontaine. Many common folk believe that I share a special bond with the Melusines, and whatever they do can be traced back to me. Some of them, especially those who hold a grudge against me, exploit that belief and stir up conflict over Melusines in an attempt to lay the blame on me. I have nothing against the opinions of others, but the moment a whirlpool of conspiracy forms, it inevitably affects the innocent. It has already happened once, and I want to make sure it does not happen again.
Even so, why do you have to be the one investigating? There's the guards, the Marechaussee Phantom, and the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Aren't they more than enough to figure out what's going on?
Based on prior experience, there is a high chance that those who hold hostility towards me do not belong to the same department. The political system of Fontaine is relatively complex and involves the interests of multiple different factions. However, since I am technically an outsider in Fontaine, a lot of trouble could be avoided if I personally took on the case.
Outsider? But aren't you the Chief Justice of Fontaine? Why would you be an outsider?
I understand where you are coming from, but there is not necessarily a connection between my responsibilities and how I perceive myself. You know very well about my true identity, and have even met others of my kind in other nations. Even though I was born with a human form, there is a fundamental difference between dragons and humans. Taking on the role of Chief Justice does not make me a part of this community. In fact, the status I was granted has prevented me from forming deeper bonds with others. I have lived in Fontaine for a long time, but I do not belong here. That is why I call myself an outsider, a fish out of water.
Yeah, we have nothing to do with all those organizations anyway. So how about we come with you on your investigation? Let's team up and round up all the bad guys lurking in the dark.
That does not sound like a bad idea. I rarely investigate cases on my own, but with professionals like you around, I'm sure it will go a lot smoother.
Paimon's starting to get a little embarrassed. Just leave it to us.
Let's
Let us go. We should visit Kiara first and try to gain a better understanding of the situation.
So Neuvillette feels like he doesn't truly belong here in Fontaine, but is that really true?
That's really true.
Paimon feels like he has a kinda skewed perspective on a lot of things. Anyway, let's catch up with him first.
The first catch up with him first.
Paimon's been thinking. You called yourself a fish out of water, right? But since you're the Hydro Dragon, would a dragon out of water suit you better?
Thank you for your suggestion. I will consider using the more accurate term in private occasions. Please allow me to rephrase. Has a dragon out of water?
Ugh. That sounds kind of weird. Let's stick with the previous version instead.
Who are you of like and meaning of conversation with in the one day of the like no right you comment it's not famous is it because nowadays I know that your family is not properly relevant in our field, but of course it's just yeah, because today my knowledge of you, much like my knowledge of it just. But in other words, other words, I knew of what you did not know me. With your friend and this one. That is only natural recognition of your arrival as soon as you start looking for after humble, you should act on it. To certain people, your arrival is important would be as your arrival important would be as if someone had just set up song on the stage of quiz. Of course, I mean this is only the most positive joker my dear Luca. But what kind of fun going off every week? And I mean, very good with words. How would you put it? Either really links. No, no. The last thing everything white, open to simply is possible. And precisely. I've never thought to put it like that. It's precisely so. What are you called? The white glove down doesn't see a glove at all. Oh, now that's a hard question. How should I explain? If you will get the reading of what love is something yet different, there they were to get on your hand, that mark will be left on the glove. May you could find that mark and do the communicate. So you have something like a cleaner? Exactly my department, Steve. I was never able to successfully summarize the nature of my work. Some people like you are the reason why the stress of the core of content are always so well kept on TV. That's what I like to hear. Yes, you understand it. That makes sense about it. But why would Linda need a knife? With my pain, I read a small tools. I'm afraid that we bring out under our mouth that are particularly hard to remove. Yeah. Is your friend Luca here? Look at the fisherman. Because he is very good at fishing, his only part of story. I'm afraid he see there are many kinds of this in fountain. And look at it, here is really experienced at teaching people to spend some quiet time with all the different kinds of it. Alright, maybe Ruka? I don't get it. If that's the case, then I must say that you really got for us the most difficult and fascinating question. It will be most wonderful if it could have a long time, but I would be able to answer everything to you. To your full satisfaction. Satisfaction. Huh? You're extremely good by the practice of life. One that smell walls are full of priceless treasures left by nature and our ancestral life. We heard that you have left a good track of recently. In order for the time to the power was such your power was such that it didn't even need to use any diving equipment. Is that right, my dear? You want to ask about future? Yes. You want to ask about future? Liar, traitor. Number you next time man. Recount your experience with the song you were love and let other person. I see it. It was telling us how it is. Looking for the continue with your life. Are of course extremely grateful that you were willing to share the walls the house with us. However, from my own perspective, I'm even more relieved that you deserve to be a friend that hadn't been with. I can put it like this. If you seen him as a friend, this would have become quite awkward for both of us. Right, maybe it could make it really. Thank you so much. Tell me about where's your enemies? The world swarm my dear sir. My friends and single enemy. Virgin is just one of my mates and I'm speaking of just Virgin. I think it's about time that we have to yeah, hope you understand what I mean this. Of course, this is also so that we can get back at him for what he's done to you. The least and the least we can do for our 100 guys. Don't you think? Am I so lost? It's the bad luck. It's all we have to okay. Life can life can often become extremely boring with when you understand this word. Right, Megan. Already found this one of Virgil and the rest of his friends by the way up there. Once upon a time, come out with joyful. You are the guy that lets up at our distance. Kuylah. Ternyata mereka gitu. Oh, mau besar, ya. Update dulu. Mana kita ke atas malah ke bawah.
Welcome to the court of Fontaine. Please watch your step.
Eh? Eh? Eh?
Looks like we're running out of time to resolve this.
free to check the Aquabus map and schedule for details.
But perhaps we should put a trick or village first. So as Trigger and village are not there. Kalau namanya Sobat The should still be in the village. I have they can give you some suggestions or value. I agree. Even in the worst case scenario, you will have to spectacles all your traveling. Now, just some for now. This research is amazing, but we lazy travel like what I am so drunk here. And their last lesson indicates that an intelligent man from the founding research institute had arrived in particular. This Mr. Fellow is knowledgeable and perceptive and helps them resolve a number of issues. And as for me, your vision on the truly unexpected meeting. You never imagine with you. Gua kagak inget sih. The timing is an festival as it truly. And still we are happy to see you. You discussed it. That's I thought. Just for one day is like they don't have left at all. Wrong. Our suspicions of some unprecedented problem. But it's very long story now. We are planning to get the operatives to help them close their books after our work is done. Can all find a quiet place to sit down and chat. In other words, it can't really be called work, just being hired here and there to assist with various stuff leading the operators. Suddenly hosted a whole host of folks. We need to settle their account. How to earn enough to cover the cost of reaching the Petri Core. The ways of institutions at the commission. It's like using a tenant to really get an execution like this or simply chat. I could do it all in afternoon, in an afternoon, even without using the numbering machine. No use in external question. Let's set up right away, sir. Wait. Hope I trouble you to accompany us? With your rotation preceding us on the road, perhaps you manage to avoid running into any necessary trouble. Rest assured, we will pay you appropriate remuneration remuneration for the trouble. Alright then. If I were you, I wouldn't make any hasty assumption. At any rate, we should be.
I'll help you find them.
Dad, where are all the water fairies?
Okay,
Are they even real? The weather's amazing today.
Kiara,
Monsieur Neuvillette! And you are?
And
Oh, I remember. You're the Traveler and Paimon. I've heard about you. Aw, she's adorable. Hey there, it's nice to meet you. Thanks for the compliment. Is there anything I can do for you?
I heard from Sidine that you received a threatening letter.
A threatening letter? Oh, right. I remember now. The letter fell through the crack in my door as I was heading out this morning. It said something about catching me, so I thought someone wanted to play hide and seek. But Sidine told me it was a threatening letter, and that I could be in danger. But that's not gonna happen with everyone looking after me, right?
Have you run into any suspicious-looking people recently?
Suspicious-looking people? What counts as suspicious?
What counts as suspicious? What counts as suspicious? What counts as suspicious? Suspicious. Someone who always conversation.
Ah! Did you think of something? Nope. I don't remember meeting anyone like that.
Do you still have the letter with you? I want you to show me what it says.
Oh, let's see. Found it.
Mana yang gua bisa baca? Nggak bisa gua baca. Okay.
Now then, get lost. If you don't leave the Maréchaussée Phantom, I will come and catch you in person. Don't say I didn't warn you. A simple threat. Neither the handwriting nor the content itself reveals anything about the writer's intentions. We can't rule out that possibility. Since you can't think of anyone suspicious, I will be heading back to the Palais Mermonia to review some official documents. Kiara, you should come with us. It's safer if you stay close by.
Sure! Wait, no. I still have a case to work on. I promised Alof that I'd check on her place later.
But you are being watched right now. Going off on your own could be dangerous.
And that's where we come in to help. We'll stay with Kiara and make sure she's safe. With us around, anyone scheming to hurt Kiara can forget about it! Thank you, Traveler. Big Sis Paimon.
Big Sis Paimon.
Don't worry, your Big Sis Paimon is super strong.
All right, let us go our separate ways for now. Please take care of Kiara.
We'll take her to a lost place right away. See you around. So, Kiara, how old are you? Let me think. 1, 2, 10? I can't remember. But I remember coming to the Court of Fontaine with Carol and Neuvillette. That must have been a long time ago. Carol? Didn't Neuvillette mention her just now? That was more than 400 years ago. Why would Paimon be a big sister to you? My memory isn't that good. But Carol told me I could address others based on how I feel about them. Paimon feels a lot more grown up than me, so you're a big sis. Huh, Paimon sees. Hey, Traveler, did you hear that? Strange. Paimon felt like someone was following us. Olaf!
Kiara, you're here. Huh? Wait, aren't these two...
Oh, they're the Traveler and Big Sis Paimon.
I thought so. What brings you here? All right. Guess I shouldn't have asked.
May I begin inspecting the store as planned?
Of course. Go ahead.
No hazards detected. You've cleared the inspection. Seems like the criminal from that case last month never set foot in here at all.
That was quick. What were you inspecting?
I took a look around the shop. Neuvillette says that us Melazines have special eyes that can see things people can't. Things like bloodstains. No matter how hard you try to clean them up, we Melazines can see the residual stains for some time. Pretty cool, huh?
All right. Now that you're done inspecting, can we have a chat? Hear me out. I'm planning to release an outfit for children next month and wanted to hire you as my model. Is that okay with you?
Of course! Is there anything I need to do?
Please wait a moment while I take your measurements. The sample should be a perfect fit.
Seems like they get along really well. Huh? What are you looking at?
Someone over there. Someone over there.
Is there really someone watching us? Shh! Let's sneak over and take a look.
Take a look. Hari yang indah, hari yang indah.
Strange. Why isn't he back yet?
Gotcha!
Gotcha.
Charlotte, what are you doing here?
What are you doing?
Oh, wait, don't tell Paimon you're the one who sent Kiara that threatening letter. But you don't seem like the type to...
Threat letter? What threat letter? This is starting to feel like an interrogation. Okay, I'll be straight with you. I don't know the slightest thing about that threat letter you mentioned. I only wanted to follow Monsieur Neuvillette and request an interview with him.
You want to interview him?
You want to do it?
That's right. I'm not the only one, you know. Interviewing him is every journalist's dream.
Great.
But it's not an easy task to accomplish. The Palais Mermonia rarely accepts appointment requests from us, and we never have the chance to interrupt when the court's in session. So imagine how surprised I was seeing him out on the streets today. It seemed like you were investigating something too. The perfect opportunity to whip up an exclusive, don't you think? Of course, I'll make sure to turn in my manuscript to him for review. I have my principles, and I'd never publish an article without the consent of all parties involved.
Yeah, we're doing a secret investigation that can't be made public knowledge.
I see. Well, if you say so, I guess I'll put this matter aside for now. Oh, what a shame. Chances like this don't come by very often, you know. In exchange, could you tell me what the threat letter is about? I swear I won't tell.
All right then.
What? Someone's targeting a cute little Melazine?
Shh, not so loud.
It just so happens that I did an interview with Kiara. Last month, in fact. It was well received by our readers, so I was planning to continue the series. And now someone's coming after her.
Yeah?
I'll ask my colleagues about it. Who knows? We might find something. And don't worry, I know what I'm doing. This secret's safe with me. But I gotta warn you, even if I keep my lips sealed, others will know eventually.
Why?
People care a great deal about Monsieur Neuvillette's each and every move. Some may have already realized that something was up. Besides, the case involves Melazines, so... Anyway, I'll get going now. Watch yourselves, all right?
Alright. Watch yourself. Alright.
Well, that was a nice chat. Let's head back and check on Kiara.
Kiara. Lah, sudah ada orang baru, Bang.
What do you think? The design looks pretty good, huh?
I think it's great.
Huh. It's very pretty indeed.
Hooray! on! What are you doing here? It seems that you just showed up out of nowhere.
As I passed by the Palais Mermonia, I heard that Neuvillette was investigating a case with you. Technically speaking, he and I are under an employer-employee relationship. It didn't feel right to have my employer personally take on such trivial cases. I happened to have some time at the moment, and came to take a look. I sometimes have my clothes custom-made at this boutique, in any case, so we always have a lot to talk about.
Ah, Neuvillette sure is lucky to have someone like you.
Leave this to me. You should go meet up with Neuvillette.
Okay then, we'll leave Kiara in your hands. Come on, let's go find Neuvillette.
Welcome to Chiaria Boutique. For tailoring services, please make a reservation in advance. Welcome to Chiaria Boutique. For tailoring services, please make a reservation in advance. Welcome to Chiaria Boutique. For tailoring services, please make a reservation in advance. Welcome to Chiaria Boutique. For tailoring services, please make a reservation in advance. Welcome to Chiaria Boutique. For tailoring services, please make a reservation in advance. Welcome to Chiaria Boutique. For tailoring services, please make a reservation in advance. Welcome to Chiaria Boutique. For tailoring services, please make a reservation in advance. Welcome to Chieria Boutique. For tailoring services, please make a reservation in advance. Welcome to Chieria Boutique. For tailoring services, please make a reservation in advance. Welcome to Chieria Boutique. For tailoring services, please reservation. Welcome to Chieria Boutique. For tailoring
Chieria
services,
Boutique.
please make a reservation in advance.
Chieria Boutique. Gue mau pakai controller. I would like to try using my controller, bro. Controller. Yaudah. Putuin aku ya. Nuclear.
Oh, you're back. Is everything all right?
Alright.
We ran into Cloran. She offered to help us protect Kiara.
That is good to hear. I trust her abilities. It looks like Kiara is in good hands.
We thought so too. Well, did you find any leads?
Finally.
I've been looking over the case records, specifically inspection reports submitted by Kiara and major cases I've judged over the past decade. I've come up with two plans. On one hand, I could start with Kiara and track down the group behind all this step by step. On the other, I could also analyze the conflicting interests of these major cases and confirm my suspicions if there is indeed a mysterious group that bears a grudge against me.
They both sound like pretty solid plans, but can you really finish browsing through all these documents? That's a lot of reading even for Paimon.
Don't worry. I'm a fast reader when it comes to official documents. After all, I have several hundred years of reviewing under my belt.
Under my belt.
We'll help you read through them. We have nothing else to do.
Thank you. I will continue looking through the ones piled up on the desk, but feel free to browse through anything else in this room.
The representative council has got the reason to collaborate with the America's Phantom and public. Based on research, they believe that Malaysia can enhance the popularity of the city. Emeritus Canton has yet to respond whether it has prohibited the medicine from Olympics, assault by the giant guards and military Canton Gala. The principle of offenders and procedures on based on the severity of their crimes. Please refer to the appendix for the list of the defendant. First, he has confessed to his crimes and was declared guilty by edicts to the accused. Justly will be sealed to the fortress of Moritai, where he will be serving his sentence during during the during the during the trial. Philip remained silent for a long time. As boss of the Spinal Terrestrial was defeated in duel and death of service in the defense of his honor has not allowed. The defendant did not raise accusation out trial. It is neglect restored judgment in this case. Its details are still under investigation. There has been several bribery scandal with raiders, the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol has investigated the case. A suspect involved have been arrested. The suspects have confessed to their crime.
Have you made any progress?
If you make any progress,
We skipped through some of them, but there wasn't anything useful.
there wasn't any just there wasn't any was kenapa pakai was not, but there is nothing there is kenapa nggak pakai there is anything useful, there are anything useful, there wasn't anything useful.
Oh, there's so many documents lying around. Just how many cases have you handled?
I would love to answer that question, but the truth is I've never made a precise calculation myself.
Precise calculation.
If memory serves me right, there should be at least 100,000 cases. The documents you see are just a small fraction of what's really there.
Whoa,
That's
that's a lot. Looks like the work of a Chief Justice isn't even...
That might be how it seems from another's perspective, but trials and official duties are to me. There are many documents here. Take a break if you are tired.
Tired.
You read Paimon's mind.
All right, let us take a break then.
Right there. Let us take a break. Break. Yang itu dulu, ambil.
Even though resting is a part of taking a break, shouldn't we at least talk about something? All this silence is making Paimon feel really awkward.
Making Paimon feel really awkward.
Please pardon my lack of consideration. People rarely come to the Palais Mermonia for matters outside of work. To be quite honest, I am not sure what we should do. Would you like to have some drinks, perhaps? You must be thirsty after all that work.
Ooh, drinks! Thank you! Paimon wonders what Novelette likes to drink. Oh, maybe he's a fan of really fancy wines. He seems like the type of person who'd own an entire winery. You know, like Diluc. What's inside these glasses? It looks just like water.
An astute observation. It is indeed water.
So it's just
What did you think it was?
Since you're the Chief Justice and all, Paimon thought you'd prefer something more sophisticated.
This water is indeed very special. It would not be an overstatement to call it sophisticated.
Huh?
I believe you've already tried Fonta. In fact, there are many other drink factories in Fontaine, including those that specialize in packaging pure drinking water. Said water is sourced from all across Tevat, including Mondstadt's Cider Lake, Liyue's Chintsa village, and Inazuma's Konda village. Here is one of their latest products, water from Sumeru's Apam Woods. If I were to comment on their mouthfeel, the waters of Cider Lake warm the heart. The waters of Chintsa village have a poignant touch, while one might call the waters of Konda village placid. Distinct differences exist between the waters of each area. You will appreciate their intricacies once you taste them carefully.
Really? Let Paimon try!
What do you think?
Nope. Paimon couldn't taste any difference at all. Isn't this just normal water?
How regrettable. It seems like you still have a long way to go in refining your tastes.
Hey, this doesn't have to do with refining our taste. Paimon's pretty sure most ordinary people can't tell the difference. How did you do it anyway? Oh, could it be because you're the Hydro Dragon?
Yeah, totally.
We are allowed to bring that up, right? Since no one else is around? Oh, Paimon's been wanting to ask this for ages. If you're the Hydro Dragon, why would you become Chief Justice in human society?
That's the question.
Sorry. Paimon was just curious. You don't have to answer.
Answer bang, please tolong.
There's nothing to hide. I was simply organizing my thoughts. I accepted this position because I wanted to seek out answers to questions that have perplexed me.
Questions? Are there really things you can't figure out?
Many, in fact. But the one question that puzzles me the most concerns my own existence. In essence, I neither know why I was born in this form, nor do I understand where my long life should take me. For a long time, my memory was rather incomplete. With regard to the primordial sea, for example, I used to only be able to vaguely recall its connection to me, but I was unaware of what that connection was exactly. Perhaps the elemental dragons of other nations may have some form of an answer. However, they are scattered across all of Tevat. Abruptly visiting could very well pose an unpredictable risk.
True. Some of them have very unique personalities, too.
I have been holding on to these unanswered questions for a long time.
For a long time.
But there is one thing I've discovered along the way. My emotions easily resonate with those of others. Even I don't have the slightest idea what they mean. My guess would be that there are at least some similarities between humans and myself. By observing their behavior, perhaps I could one day understand the meaning of my existence.
I see.
Have you made any progress then?
Progress then?
Perhaps, but I find such progress difficult to describe. As an outsider, chances to engage in meaningful interactions with others are few and far between. That's why I'm quite thankful for this chat. Such opportunities are rare. Alas, time is limited. We should move on with our investigation.
Are we gonna continue reading these documents? Heimat's getting dizzy already.
I'm getting dizzy already. Dizzy. I'm so dizzy.
I wasn't able to find any leads even after browsing through most of the documents. But while we were on the topic of water a moment ago, another idea came to me.
Water? Do you mean...
The fountain of Lucine?
That's right. The Fountain of Lucine is where all the Fontaine's waters converge. It is the vessel of countless memories and emotions. If there really were an organization attempting to use Melusines against me, they should also hold an intense resentment towards me. Perhaps we'll be able to find some new leads by sensing the hydro element within the fountain.
Huh. Why didn't Paimon think of that? Come on, let's go take a look.
Let's take a look.
Perhaps we should go. There shouldn't be too many people near the Fountain of Lucine during the evening.
Near the fountain. Listen to Map, 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 map.
The food in the cafeteria is excellent.
We can communicate with the person and just shopping the country. With all the good Chief Justice, the document from the photos always been. I just need to go down, come back up, and the thing. But the thing, you will get a nice smell on the coat. On the picture over there. I wonder, every child near of mine said they felt proud of this child. Couldn't go wrong. It's a better description. Already that. Kelarin dulu. Kita klarinesin dulu. Terus kita upload. What we can see now was the beginning of done and the class. The sports commission and the things we got. Wait. Yeah, what our fucking is film is still in the camera. Yeah, what's wrong? Well, I say I have this plan. Hey, how we have to do it. I just get it. Like some spontaneous errand that's well remember. Hello there, attention. You must be here from the commission to help us get our film connected, right? You will take payments over there. Please, would you? Oh, damn. That's fine. It's all fine. I know that industry wasn't really. Adventure like today. Emergency. The pay is really good. And the pay is good? Wait, fantastic. You go over and help us get our film coming right. Eat it there. So it must be said, this opera house is division in quite the pretty sound. The opera house. Let's set up and get to it. Once we're done, we'll return to the Picard village. We're back, I will open up the public free there and never touch another numbering machine again. So, Problem, you look like you have seen a ghost. Ah, it's, it is really a ghost. It was shouted. So please welcome to let me guess. Time to have the purpose will come. Could be that the account he's planning to survive. Of course not. Our from has never come here. What I know, Chris is not the type to watch offering his time. But the only reason he come to upper house was he was had to work. But oh my word, I feel you are more suitable to find this gentleman than I am. Every one of us is irresponsible, my dear little. I'm sure you could still look all the things and deceptions. But figure that out. Well, he certainly wasn't happy to see me or because of you or something. The only thing that could make him this unhappy is that numbering machine. What do you know about this? Because they are so well, Mr. Kaya. You haven't seen each other for so long. It's perhaps we should find a cafe where we can sit down and have nice leisurely chat. There is something that can be explained in just a few words. I still need to. I'm very happy, but so this calculation was quite simple. I can build them all, but after all, you can't just make parents stand there and wait for us to take you let them. You're very considerate. We will bring you back a cup of coffee. Thank you, Mr. President. Bring with Garcia. With Garcia. Lipstick. There are for coffee. Just this whole thing had nothing to do with us from the start. That's so good. What comes next? Your actual condition. Why don't I go take some picture of you? It's cooking. Do I have to fetch sparks? Well, I don't intend to watch you. Because and I were actually in danger right now. Discuss it after that.
I probably shouldn't disturb them.
We should be fine. Let me start from the beginning. Help us with the number using infinitely. His performance has come on leaps and bounds. Oh, Mr. Garcia. Mr. Garcia has very excited and wants to continue improving it. But as its head, the transmission structure of traditional mechanism is actually broken. We would no longer make any performance picture with this numbering machine, so we decided to return to Monday to search for music, to search for new inspiration and research the ideas. But after we returned, Mr. Garcia was approached by a strange fellow. He claimed he could provide research on and even help Mr. Garcia find a research partner. But there was catch. He wanted Mr. Garcia to share all his design and data with him. Sounds like he was up to no good. Yeah. Asking someone to hand over their research finding right from the get-go. Surely that's just their line and simple. Exactly. Mr. Garcia in particular researched the hour. But afterwards, it seems though as though as though as though there was someone following us. Someone even broke into our room while we were out and But our belongings. It took great care to put everything back in place as it was, but Mr. Garcia discovered trace of their action. Not because you wouldn't give it to him, no, he just wanted to take it. After we discovered our room had been searched with like that, we decided to raise enough money to get out of here and reach the electric car as soon as possible. Once we arrive, our plan is to contact the other same gentlemen of the Dream Club and find a way to solve this problem together. A particular is, let's just say, is Garcia comes from. For him, there is no safe place to be. This day, we plan to set up for record, so we hope you will come along as protection. We never thought we'd try to miss Kaya here. For safety's sake, all I could do was have Mr. Garcia take her back to the city. How can I help? It appears we must delay our departure. Departure. Ya, ya. Udah males dah kalau kayak gini caranya. Terus kita akan lanjut lagi di pertemuan kita berikutnya. Mungkin nanti malam. Ya, nanti malam mungkin. Right. My Genshin game is broken.